Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. Book, Shift Your Thinking for Success, 77 Ways to Win at Work and in Life by Dean Del Sesto. Part 1, The Internal Shift. Theme, Mastering Your Mindset and How You Show Up Before You Try to Level Up. Introduction to Part 1, Why Success Begins in the Mind. Dean Del Sesto opens with a foundational truth. Success is less about doing more and more about thinking differently. The way you interpret situations, relate to people, and respond to obstacles becomes the lens through which your career and life unfold. Before we even talk tactics, Dean gets us to pause and reflect on our patterns. These early chapters are all about gaining internal mastery, because without that, external success becomes fragile and fleeting. 1. We all have a personal brand, whether we like it or not. Del Sesto invites you to think of your name as a product. Ask yourself, if people were to sum you up in one word, what would that be? That's your brand. Most people drift through life unaware that every interaction is a branding moment. He suggests becoming intentional with the traits you display, especially in professional circles. Start acting like your reputation is your most prized asset. Action hook. Start shaping your personal brand on purpose, not by accident. 2. Success has more to do with subtraction than addition. More to-dos won't make you more effective. Instead, trim the clutter, mental clutter, calendar chaos, and energy-draining habits. The most powerful shifts often come from removing what no longer serve your goals. Action hook. What will you stop doing this week? 3. You can't outperform your self-image. Your perception of yourself sets a ceiling on your potential. Del Sesto warns, no matter how gifted you are, if you see yourself as average, your results will reflect that. So change the inner script first. Action hook. Begin describing yourself as the person you want to become, not the one you've settled for. 4. Don't ask for opportunities. Become someone opportunity can't ignore. Rather than chasing external validation, focus on increasing your value. Greatness naturally attracts great opportunities. Improve your thinking, attitude, communication, and discipline, and watch opportunities come knocking. Action hook. Level up your habits until opportunity has no choice but to find you. 5. Mediocrity is a comfort zone in disguise. Harsh, but true. Most people live below their potential and have rationalized it. Mediocrity isn't laziness. It's settling under the disguise of stability. Dean challenges us to get uncomfortable in the right ways. Action hook. Identify one area where you've been coasting and disrupt it. 6. Excellence is a mindset, not a result. You don't wait until you're promoted to start acting like a leader. Excellence isn't something you produce. It's something you bring into every room, email, meeting, and task. Action hook. Bring your A game to the smallest task this week. 7. The speed of your success is directly tied to the quality of your thinking. Most people react to life instead of designing it. Dean offers this gold nugget. Thoughts are your internal architecture. So upgrade the blueprint, and your outcomes will follow. Action hook. Start your morning with 10 minutes of strategic thinking, not emails. 8. Every moment is a credibility moment. How you act when no one's watching. That builds your character. People notice more than you think. The way you handle delays, critique, or even casual conversations becomes part of your success story. Action hook. Pick one scenario where you often check out and flip the script. 9. Be more interested than interesting. In networking, leadership, or just daily life, curiosity wins. Ask great questions. Listen deeply. That's how trust is built. Trying to appear smart actually makes you less impressive than being genuinely present. Action hook. Practice listening like it's your best skill. 10. You don't need more confidence. You need more courage. Confidence comes after the action, not before. If you're waiting to feel ready, you're doing it backward. Courage means acting in spite of fear. It's a choice you make daily. Action hook. Say yes to something that scares you this week. 11. Your job title is temporary. Your character is forever. Del Sesto reminds us not to attach too much identity to titles or positions. Instead, focus on the kind of person you're becoming, because that version of you will thrive in any position or crisis. Action hook. Shift your focus from your role to your impact. 12. Productivity without purpose leads to burnout. Just being busy isn't enough. We often confuse movement with progress. The key is to ensure every task, meeting, or commitment is aligned with a clear purpose. Action hook. Before starting a task, ask, why does this matter? 13. Your tone is your hidden resume. People won't remember your exact words, but they'll remember how you made them feel. Dean highlights tone as a secret differentiator. It conveys respect, confidence, empathy, or the lack thereof. Action hook. Watch your tone, especially when giving feedback or under stress. 14. People will never outperform your belief in them. One of the fastest ways to build influence is to believe in others. Whether it's a colleague, team member, or partner, your belief can call them to a higher level. Action hook. This week, tell someone what you believe they're capable of. 15. Gratitude is your personal energy amplifier. It's not fluff. Gratitude is fuel. When you anchor your mindset in what's going right, you become more resilient, optimistic, and magnetic. Action hook. Start a daily what's going right journal. 16. If you're not being challenged, you're probably not growing. Growth and comfort don't coexist. Sesto advises you to seek out friction points because that's where transformation lives. Action hook. Seek one uncomfortable but necessary conversation. 17. Procrastination is self-betrayal dressed up as delay. Every time you delay something important, you signal to yourself that your priorities don't matter. Ouch! Break this habit by recognizing it as mental self-sabotage. Action hook. Tackle your most avoided task today, not tomorrow. Today. 18. Self-awareness is your personal superpower. The most dangerous flaws are the ones you can't see. Dean suggests regularly asking for feedback from trusted voices and sitting with it, not fighting it. Action hook. Ask someone you respect, what's one thing I need to improve? 19. Ownership isn't a title, it's an attitude. Whether you're the intern or the CEO, take ownership. When you do, you show initiative, build trust, and unlock new levels of growth. Don't wait to be asked. Step in, step up. Action hook. Look for a problem this week you can take responsibility for solving. Part 2. From reactive to proactive, the shift in engagement. Theme. How you interact with people, tasks, and challenges determines your trajectory. 20. People don't leave companies, they leave relationships. Sesto strikes a nerve. Retention and loyalty hinge more on relationships than on salary or perks. If you want to be a leader people trust and follow, focus on how you treat them. Respect, listening, and empathy aren't soft skills, they're power tools. Action hook. Audit your top 3 relationships at work. Are they rooted in trust? 21. If you're not influencing, you're being influenced. Every interaction is a transfer of energy. Either you're raising the standard or absorbing someone else's low energy. Being a passive participant in conversations or meetings makes you vulnerable to mediocrity. Action hook. Enter each conversation with the intention to lift the tone or thinking. 22. Silence in conflict is not wisdom, it's avoidance. Many people wear emotional avoidance like armor, but suppressed tension doesn't go away, it festers. Dean urges you to stop confusing keeping the peace with avoiding the problem. Action hook. Choose one overdue conversation and plan to have it with clarity and respect. 23. A meeting without purpose is a tax on everyone's time. Meetings have become a ritual of noise and repetition. Sesto makes a bold point. Run every meeting like it's your own money on the line. Clarity of goal, agenda, and follow-up should be non-negotiable. Action hook. Ask before every meeting, what outcome do we need from this? 24. Don't be right, be effective. Oof. So many of us burn energy proving a point when we should be moving the mission forward. The ego loves being right. Success loves being smart. And often, being smart means yielding when necessary. Action hook. Catch yourself mid-argument this week and ask, Do I want resolution or victory? 25. Your words either build bridges or burn them. Every email, reply, and comment carries weight. Sarcasm, passive aggression, or impatience may feel justified in the moment, but they chip away at trust. Words are weapons or tools. Use them with care. Action hook. Review your recent communication. What tone are you building your brand with? 26. Don't just solve problems, solve patterns. Fixing issues as they come up is good. But Sesto urges us to zoom out. Look for recurring dysfunction. Whether it's missed deadlines, toxic attitudes, or unclear direction, there's likely a root cause. Action hook. Identify one recurring problem you can trace back to a deeper pattern. 27. Accountability is not micromanagement, it's a gift. Too many avoid accountability conversations, fearing they'll come off as controlling. But true accountability is clarity in motion. It ensures no one fails due to silence, vagueness, or assumptions. Action hook. Reframe accountability with your team or peers as mutual support, not pressure. 28. People don't rise to expectations. They rise to clarity. Telling someone to do better without clear benchmarks is unfair. Vague expectations lead to vague results. If you lead others, clarity isn't optional. It's leadership currency. Action hook. Clarify a fuzzy expectation with one team member this week. 29. The most powerful communication tool. Your example. No motivational speech or email will ever top the influence of consistent personal integrity. Dean's message. Your daily actions set the cultural tone. At work, at home, everywhere. Action hook. Match your daily habits to your desired message. 30. Perfectionism isn't excellence. It's ego in disguise. Perfectionism slows progress, creates stress, and stifles creativity. Sesto reframes it. Aim for excellence, not flawlessness. Mistakes are a part of mastery. Don't let perfectionism become procrastination. Action hook. Ship something this week at 90% instead of waiting for 100%. 31. Boundaries protect your best work. Saying yes to everything dilutes your value. Dean urges us to honor time, energy, and focus through well-placed boundaries. Not just for ourselves, but for our teams too. Action hook. Decline one request this week that doesn't align with your core focus. 32. If you don't define success, someone else will define it for you. Many people chase goals they never chose, only to feel empty after achieving them. Sesto challenges you to create your own scorecard for success and revisit it often. Action hook. Write down your success markers, not society's. 33. Delegation isn't dumping, it's development. Giving someone a task without context is dumping. Delegation is an opportunity to grow someone's thinking, ownership, and skill set. It's a leadership art form. Action hook. Delegate something this week that stretches someone's growth, not just your calendar. 34. Energy is a choice, and it's contagious. Your energy doesn't just affect your mood. It multiplies or drains the energy of everyone around you. Dean challenges us to be thermostats, not thermometers. Set the tone instead of reacting to it. Action hook. Choose high energy this week, even when it's hard. 35. Your attitude enters the room before you do. Body language, tone, and presence speak before you say a word. Dean urges you to treat your presence as a leadership tool. Carry intention, not just information. Action hook. Walk into every room as if your energy sets the stage. 36. Time doesn't manage you, you manage time. Time isn't the enemy. Your relationship with it is. Most people don't need more hours. They need better focus, decision-making, and prioritization. Start managing choices, not clocks. Action hook. Cut one time waster and replace it with a high-impact habit. 37. Success is not a destination. It's a series of daily disciplines. The myth of arriving at success keeps people stuck. Sesto reminds us, your daily rhythm shapes your lifetime results. Build habits that match your vision. Action hook. Identify one small discipline to do daily, no matter what. 38. Don't just survive the day, design it. End part 2 with this powerful challenge. Most people let the day happen to them, but the successful reverse that. They design mornings, structure blocks, and reclaim control from chaos. Action hook. Plan your next day the night before. On purpose, with intent. Part 3. Systems of success. Daily habits that shape destiny. Theme. True success is built quietly, in your routines, decisions, and discipline. 39. Winning the morning wins the day. Del Sesto is clear. How you start your day determines your momentum. Clarity, gratitude, and intention in the morning create focus and calm for everything that follows. Stop checking email first. Start checking in with your purpose. Action hook. Create a morning routine with 3 non-negotiables that charge your mindset. 40. Every yes must be filtered through purpose. Many people say yes to things that don't serve them. This leads to burnout, distraction, and resentment. Dean urges you to ask, does this align with my values or goals, before committing? Action hook. Before your next yes, pause. Filter it through your larger vision. 41. Busyness is a form of laziness. Ouch, but true. Being constantly busy often means avoiding priority work or overcompensating for poor planning. Don't mistake motion for momentum. Action hook. Cut one activity this week that adds movement but no value. 42. Goals are a map. Habits are the engine. You can dream all day, but without consistent habits, nothing moves. Dean's message. Turn intentions into disciplines. Automate what matters most so you don't rely on mood or motivation. Action hook. Build one new success habit this week and track it for 21 days. 43. What gets scheduled gets done. The calendar is your accountability partner. Vague hopes become tangible outcomes when they're booked. If it matters, schedule it. Rest, deep work, learning, even thinking time. Action hook. Time block one high-value activity every day this week. 44. Clarity eliminates rework. We often waste time fixing things that were unclear from the start. Whether it's project expectations or personal commitments, front-loading clarity saves time, energy, and relationships. Action hook. The next time you assign or accept a task, clarify the desired outcome in writing. 45. Don't multitask, multi-fail. Multitasking is a myth. You're not doing many things, you're doing many things poorly. Dean recommends batch working and focus sprints to protect quality and attention. Action hook. Use a timer, like Pomodoro, to do deep work and focus 25-minute bursts. 46. Success has a rhythm. Find yours. Everyone has peak focus hours. When you discover and honor yours, you'll outperform others working twice as long. Master your rhythm instead of mimicking others. Action hook. Track your energy peaks for 3 days. Align your hardest tasks with them. 47. Your environment either fuels or fights your progress. Look around. Is your workspace inspiring or draining? Your environment is a mirror of your mindset and a multiplier of your results. Set it up for clarity, not clutter. Action hook. Declutter one area that's stealing focus, not sparking progress. 48. Assumptions are shortcuts that lead to setbacks. In teams, assumptions are silent saboteurs. Whether it's assuming someone understands your message or assuming they'll deliver on time, ask, clarify, and confirm. Action hook. Replace one assumption with a direct question today. 49. The best leaders are students first. No matter your level, your growth depends on how much you're willing to keep learning. Del Sesto says, don't let success numb your hunger. Action hook. Read or watch one new thing daily that expands your strategic thinking. 50. Criticism can be a mirror or a muzzle. Your choice. We often reject critique too quickly, missing the growth behind it. Dean reframes feedback as fuel. Choose to learn from it, not defend against it. Action hook. Ask a trusted peer this week. What's one area I can improve? Then listen. 51. Growth begins where comfort ends. There's no elevation in the comfort zone. Every meaningful shift requires discomfort. Dean challenges us to lean into resistance, not retreat from it. Action hook. Say yes to one uncomfortable task or challenge this week. 52. Gratitude is a performance enhancer. It's not just a feel-good concept. It's a productivity and happiness hack. Grateful people think clearer, build better relationships, and lead with more trust. Action hook. Start or end your day by listing 3 specific things you're grateful for. 53. Be obsessed with excellence, not perfection. Perfection is paralyzing. Excellence is empowering. Strive to grow, not to impress. Perfectionism shrinks your output. Excellence multiplies it. Action hook. Finish one thing this week at great instead of holding out for flawless. 54. Celebrate wins. Don't just chase them. Most high achievers are bad at pausing, but celebration anchors progress. It reinforces the behaviors that got you there. Don't just grind, acknowledge the growth. Action hook. Celebrate one small win at the end of each day this week. 55. You can't scale chaos. If you're overwhelmed at one level, adding more clients, tasks, roles will only magnify the mess. Sesto's advice. Fix your systems before you expand your scope. Action hook. Streamline or delegate one recurring task this week to reduce friction. 56. Time off isn't a reward, it's a requirement. Burnout isn't a badge. Taking time off refreshes your clarity, creativity, and health. Rest fuels results. Reframe rest as strategy, not slacking. Action hook. Block your next break into the calendar now, before you earn it. 57. The way you end your day determines how you start the next. Wind down with intention. Reflection, gratitude, and prep for tomorrow can turn stress into success. Your day doesn't end at 6 p.m. It sets the tone for tomorrow. Action hook. End today by journaling one win, one lesson, and your top goal for tomorrow. Part 4. Leaving a legacy. The impact of true success. Theme. Success isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about the life you live and the legacy you leave. 58. Define your legacy before you're defined by it. A powerful start to this section. Legacy is what people say about you when you're gone. So why wait until the end of your life to shape it? Sesto stresses that legacy doesn't come from what you achieve alone. It's about the relationships, contributions, and impact you have on others. Action hook. Write down how you want to be remembered and align your daily actions with that vision. 59. Your values should be louder than your voice. In a world full of noise, your values should stand as your guiding force. The most influential leaders and changemakers lead by what they stand for, not what they say. Your actions will always speak louder than words. Action hook. Take one value you care about deeply and make it visible in your actions this week. 60. It's not about you. It's about who you can help. True success is about making others successful. Dean challenges us to move beyond self-centered goals and think about how we can serve others, create opportunities, and lift people up along the way. Action hook. Think of one person you can support today, mentor, offer a kind word, or help solve a problem. 61. Personal growth is contagious. When you grow, everyone around you has the chance to grow as well. The higher you rise, the more you inspire others to rise with you. Be an example of growth, and others will catch the fire. Action hook. Find a way to share your personal development journey with someone close to you. 62. Success is measured by how much you give away. Dean reframes success from self-gain to selflessness. The most successful people are those who focus on giving, whether it's time, wisdom, or resources, without expecting anything in return. Action hook. Give something away today, time, knowledge, or kindness, and expect nothing back. 63. Purpose gives you resilience. Purpose is the driving force that carries you through life's inevitable challenges. It's what allows you to bounce back from failures and setbacks. When you know your why, nothing can stop your momentum. Action hook. Reconnect with your personal why and use it to fuel your next challenge. 64. Live with intention, not distraction. In the age of constant interruptions, intentional living is a revolutionary act. Dean encourages us to focus on what truly matters and to eliminate distractions that don't serve our vision or values. Action hook. Choose one area of your life where you're being distracted and reclaim your focus. 65. Consistency builds trust. People trust those who show up consistently, not those who are sporadic or unreliable. Whether it's your work, relationships, or personal growth, trust is built through sustained effort over time. Action hook. Be consistent with one thing in your life, whether it's your work, health, or relationship. 66. True success is measured by the lives you touch. This chapter is about expanding your definition of success. Success isn't about status or wealth. It's about the lives you touch, how you make people feel, and the difference you make in their worlds. Action hook. Reach out and make a positive impact on someone's life today. 67. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Whether it's acknowledging your weaknesses or recognizing your missed opportunities, without awareness, there can be no growth. Action hook. Take a moment to reflect on something you've been avoiding or not acknowledging and take action. 68. Inspiration is the spark, but action creates change. It's easy to be inspired, but what makes the difference is taking that inspiration and turning it into consistent action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it with your actions. Action hook. Take one inspired idea and turn it into a tangible action step today. 69. Perseverance is your greatest ally. Every successful person faces failure, but it's those who keep going that reach the end. Sesto celebrates grit, the ability to keep pushing through obstacles and setbacks, knowing that persistence pays off. Action hook. When facing a challenge this week, instead of retreating, double down and persevere. 70. Be the person you needed when you were younger. One of the most powerful ways to serve others is by becoming who you once needed. Whether it's mentorship, guidance, or simply showing up with empathy, you have the ability to change someone's trajectory. Action hook. Think back to a time when you needed support and find someone you can guide or encourage. 71. Influence is earned, not given. True influence is built on trust, integrity, and consistent action. Dean challenges readers to think about how they're building influence in their community because it's earned, not entitled. Action hook. Earn your influence by showing up in a meaningful way for someone who needs it. 72. Greatness requires humility. At its core, greatness is about serving others. Humility is the foundation. The most influential leaders and visionaries are often the ones who recognize that they're part of a larger story, not the center of it. Action hook. In a leadership moment this week, ask yourself, how can I serve this person? 73. Success is not about what you have. It's about who you become. True success is about growth, character, and integrity. It's not the wealth or the title, but the person you are becoming along the way. Sesto reminds us that success is a byproduct of the journey, not the destination. Action hook. Reflect on the personal growth you've experienced. What's the most valuable thing you've learned about yourself? 74. There's no finish line in growth. Success isn't a sprint. It's a lifelong marathon. Sesto encourages us to adopt a mindset of continual growth and never stop learning. Life's richest rewards come to those who keep evolving. Action hook. Identify one area of growth you want to pursue for the next year and start. 75. Leave a legacy of love, not stuff. In the end, people will remember how you made them feel, not the material things you left behind. Dean emphasizes that the real legacy is one of relationships, kindness, and contributions. Action hook. Start focusing on nurturing relationships over accumulating things. 76. Legacy is a daily decision. Legacy isn't about grand gestures at the end of life. It's about the daily choices you make. Every decision, every interaction, shapes how you're remembered. Action hook. Make one small daily decision today that aligns with the legacy you want to leave. 77. The best is yet to come. In the final chapter, Sesto leaves readers with a sense of optimism and purpose. No matter where you are in your journey, the best is still ahead. With the right mindset,